Yeah, this is where I live. This is our backyard, and I live very simply. I've got a backyard mate that lives in this shack here, and I live in this shack here.
Okay, I'll go direct. Everybody else go perimeter. Negative, and we got him coming out, so there's really no way we would have known if there was anybody else involved.
I got a buddy who just became an attorney, Matt Watkins, great guy. He's been a buddy of mine. We both raised our kids together and shit. But he said, dude, I'll be your attorney for this son of a bitch, and I'll do it pro bono. My firm says we'll do it pro bono for you. I go, well, fuck yeah, let's go not guilty, motherfucker.
Are we just doing criminal trespass or you something?
Interfering in criminal trespass. Maybe discon. How many calls did we get?
You still have discon because he disrupted the whole assembly. You should have seen the 20 CMSers chasing him.
Okay, yeah. Discon, criminal trespass, interfering.
But when we plead not guilty, you know what we get? We get what's called discovery. And that means all the police reports, what the police have written about the incident, and also the videotape.
Hi, my name is Troy. I placed a pickup order. I am absolutely still coming for my food. I am probably going to be 15-20 minutes late.
Well, this was the fucking day, right, that I ran around the track and I was trying to draw attention to, the destruction of Hayward Field, the special fucking place. And I had on my t-shirt, Save Hayward, on the back was hallowed grounds. And I got on the track and ran around the track and in between events, right? So, and the crowd was going wild and they were loving it and I was loving it and I was on the big screen.
I just think there's an overall theme of things being lost and new flashy, shiny BS put up, Hayward was a spot that has some history, and it's everywhere you look around Eugene, there's something new and shiny and quick put up, but you lose stories, you lose your history. So I'm stoked Tim got silly and ran out there on the Jumbotron.
And it was working. I outran all the security people to the finish line. I went boom, across the finish line, and everybody was clapping and going nuts. And I was like, this fucking was a great message. This really fucking worked and everything. And I was trying to figure out how to get out of there, right?
As I entered the event, I heard dozens of people talking about the man jumping onto the field and disturbing the event. It was evident that the man's behavior was both inappropriate for a sporting event attendee and standalone created a significant disturbance or panic in the stadium. I contacted the male subject, later identified as Timothy Gage Lewis. Initially, I attempted to move him towards the exit, but instead of complying, he attempted to maneuver around another officer and head back towards the field area.
And then there's two cops, and they go, hey, stop there! And I keep walking like, I haven't heard them. And they go, hey, you gotta stop! Hey, this is the police! And I go, what's up?
Do you guys want to press charges? Yes or no?
We just want it off property to stay off.
Okay.
I initially believed that Lewis may exit of his own accord. Lewis then turned to the east and began walking towards the barrier separating the spectating area from the field. I was concerned that Lewis may flee from us back onto the field. I identified myself as a police officer, saying, hey bud, police department.
Hey bud, police department.
I explained to Lewis he could leave now or be arrested. Lewis turned towards me, stepped towards me, and squared up as though to fight. I believe Lewis said something to the effect of, oh really? However, the message I received was clear. I ordered Lewis several times to leave the event, and he refused each time. Lewis turned and faced me. I said, you need to leave. You're trespassed from this property.
Trespass from the property. What's that? Just so you know, my body cam's on. You're trespassed from the property. You're not allowed to be here. Yep, you're not allowed to be here. Leave.
Why am I
You're going to leave or you're going to go to jail. Why am I forced?
I was just trying to understand what was going on around me, and everything, and the police were aggro as hell, and I was trying to actually cool them down a little bit and just try to understand what was going on, and I was going to leave, as if I had two choices, to be thrown in jail or leave. Boy, which one am I going to choose? I'm going to fucking leave, motherfuckers.
So what was it like when they arrested you and they took you to jail? Like,
I'd done it 100 times, so it wasn't anything unusual. It wasn't to surprise me. It's just like, you just got to settle in, man. It's like hiking up like a 20,000 foot mountain. You just got a little foot after another foot, another foot after another foot, another foot after the other foot. You sit inside the jail and you go, oh my God, 1 second after another second. Just hang loose and chill out. And that's the mode you got to get in.
I ask, so would you like to leave, or would you like to go in handcuffs? This is a choice we're going to make right now. Lewis did not reply, but stepped towards me within approximately a foot of me. This was an evident pre-assault indicator. In addition to Lewis's perspiration, pacing, rapid bouncy movements, constant attempts to flank or outflank officers standing around him, and repeatedly stepping into or directly towards officers. I had given Lewis in excess of 3 lawful orders to leave, and had outlined the consequence for refusing to leave was being arrested. I was concerned that Lewis's refusal to comply with commands in combination with his behavior and demeanor would result in Lewis fleeing or fighting if he was not promptly taken into custody.
These 2 cops were young cops, and they were hyperactive, man. And the cop, and I get this a lot from cops in the past, is like, you're a big guy and you intimidated us, and so you could have beat us up and fucked us up.
Kind of bizarre. You were a little amped up. You're probably excited. I get it. But you're a big guy. You're a lot taller than I am.
Right.
You were getting in my face. You were squaring off. You were acting aggressive, whether you meant to or not.
So we had to deal with you immediately and take you down. And it was like.
So how did they deal with you?
Field. You have a ticket here. Disorderly conduct. You can't go on the field. So would you like to leave, or would you like to go in handcuffs? It's a decision I'm going to make right now. You want to leave or go in handcuffs? Yeah. Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest. You're under arrest for interference.
They grabbed my hand and ripped it behind my back, and grabbed my other hand and put me in cuffs really tight. It hurt, and I was telling the cop, I was going, "You're hurting me." He goes, "I'm not hurting you." And I go, "How in the hell do you know?" His whole attitude was totally whacked out, and they started pushing me out, both the cops, and then we continued to walk, and I spit because I get something in my mouth, and he goes, "Quit spitting at me."
Please don't spit while we're working, okay? Because I will put a spit hood on you if you continue to do that. Well, it's a felony crime to spit on a police officer, so if you continue doing that, I will charge you with an intent to spit on a police officer, okay? Well, your behavior's not really allowing me to do that right now. You're being hostile and aggressive with us. You've committed several crimes. Right over here.
Once people realized that I was pleading not guilty, and we actually had a court date, and there was going to be a jury trial over this silly event, people started getting amped up. There was all the people who were trying to save Hayward Field. There were the activists who were going, "Oh my God, we're going to get some people there, and they're going to hold signs and shit and all this stuff." And then the prosecutor gets a hold of my attorney, Matt Watkins. He goes, "Well, we got an offer for you guys." And Matt goes, "Well, what's the offer?" He goes, "We're going to knock it down to just a violation, and we're going to charge Mr. Lewis $400. And so then Matt says, "Well, they made an offer, Tim." And I go, "Fuck that offer, dude. That offer sucks. No, we're taking these bastards to court, because you know what? Once they get in the shadow of the courthouse, they're going to fold. This is a fucking poker game, man. And they ain't got the balls to take it all the way through. Let's find out." And so he goes, "Okay, let's keep playing." I go, "Pro bono attorney, love you, baby." So then the prosecutor calls my attorney again, and the day before trial, right? And he goes, "Are you guys still ready to go to trial?" And my attorney goes, "Oh yeah. Well, it's not going to be like some a lot of crazy people there and stuff and protesting and everything. And my attorney goes, well, I don't know. I'm just there to defend my client, Mr. Lewis, and all my game is to make sure that we win the case. And I don't know what else is happening there. And he goes, all right, we'll see you tomorrow at 9:15. And my attorney goes, okay. And so it was about, my attorney calls me and lets me know this. I go, all right, man, let's rock and roll. And I got to take a shower, and I got to wash my fucking clothes, and I got to goddamn shave, and, get presentable and all this crap. And so I'm excited. We're all ready. And then my attorney calls me a couple hours later, and he goes, Tim, the prosecutor folded. They're dropping the case. There's no trial. I go, that was pussy motherfuckers, man. And I think that people really need to understand that. When they get like these trespassing charges or misdemeanor charges that are really simple and everything, they really need to think about pleading not guilty and requiring a trial by jury. And you can do that. But the thing is, you know what? It's going to monkey wrench the system, and the system doesn't want to do that. And they're going to intimidate you until you fold. But don't fold. Keep playing poker. You got a couple aces, in your hand, and they ain't got shit. And they're going to fold, and they usually will because they don't have the money or the resources to go to trial. So they'll drop the case. So people need to understand that. And you can also get your discovery yourself. You can do all this on your own. You don't need an attorney. I didn't need Matt Watkins. I could have done this by myself.
How do you know that? How do you know that you can do it on your own?
Because I've done it. I've done it many times. The reason I know that is because that back in the 90s, I got arrested like 30 times, and I went to court like 15 times and defended myself, and I won 10 of those times in court. And because the police lie a lot,